Manga-Waido.
I'm Hayato Nishikawa. I was the quiet type who kept to himself, and I didn't have that many friends. The only guy I talked to at school was Yuji Tahara, my old friend from middle school. Then one day, I got a girlfriend! Oh, that's cool, man. I wish I was good with girls like you. You'll find someone someday. Wait, maybe I can help! After that, he introduced me to this girl, and her name was Kazumi Yamamoto. I got pretty good grades, and I was a member of student council, and she said she always looked up to me. Then, at the end of the school year, will you go out with me?
I like that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, I had a girlfriend, and it felt great. It's all thanks to Yuji. After that, I got into a good school, and after college, I started working as a salesman for this company. Kazumi started working full-time as well. I wish I had enough money to buy you dinner and stuff. Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. I work full-time too, so it's fine.
She's so sweet. I love you.
Love you too.
We had a really good relationship, but things at work weren't going so well. I was never good with people, and I was struggling to make it as a salesman. Meanwhile, you got another client? Oh, thank you. But it's all thanks to you, sir. You taught me well. Hahaha, you're too modest. That's Takuma Saiki. He was a first year here too, but unlike me, he already had more than a dozen clients. He was really good with people, and he was on a roll. I wish I could be more like him. But I wasn't ready to give up just yet. I might not know people like he does, but as long as I keep at it, I'm sure I can catch up to him.
I think so too. You got this.
So I started working even harder. I got rejected countless times, but I just kept at it. Then one day, this one client, he said he'd think about it. At first I wasn't sure, but you seem like a trustworthy guy, so I'll bring this up to my boss and call you back. Thank you. After that, things started to pick up, and my numbers started going up fast. Great job, kid. Keep at it. Thank you, sir. Ugh, he's so full of himself. Then one night, when I was out with my colleagues, I ran into Kazumi. Then... Is that your girl? Yeah. She's beautiful. Hello, I'm Takuma. I work with Hayato.
Oh, nice to meet you.
I trusted her, but Takuma was a really good-looking guy, and I was a bit worried. Then a few months later, this client I signed recently, he introduced me to a different company. And if I sign them, this'll be huge. I can do this! But then a few weeks later, the boss came up to me and said, I'm replacing you with Takuma on this one. What? He told me you were under a lot of pressure, and we can't afford to make mistakes. Not when the stakes are this high. Sir, I'm fine, and I've been working on this for weeks now! Look, the CEO, he's an alumnus at Saiki University, and he's a board member at multiple companies we do business with. Don't worry, man. I got this. You can count on me. But... I tried to convince him, but it was no use. I had no choice but to hand everything over to Saiki. And he started doing the same thing to me with my other clients. He started taking credit for my work, and my numbers started to go down.
He's always taking credit for your work. It's not right. He's such a snake.
That's Ayame Rindo. She was new here, and I was in charge of her training. Hey now, it's fine, and keep your voice down. What if he hears you?
I don't care. It's not right.
I know, but it's fine, okay? But I was getting worried too.
Hey, now, don't you worry. You'll be okay.
Thanks. She's right. And once I get back on my feet, I'm gonna propose to her. But then my numbers kept going down, and a few months later, I got transferred to this other branch out in the countryside.
Thanks for everything.
Of course. Good luck. I really wanted to stay at headquarters, but as long as Saiki's there, it'll just make things difficult for me. So, I decided to look at this as an opportunity for a fresh start. And as long as I got Kazumi, I can do anything. And I finally decided to pop a question. But then, will you marry me?
Sorry, no can do.
Wait, what?
I want to break up.
What? But then... Saiki?
Takuma!
Sorry, buddy, but she's mine now. So it turns out, Saiki took a real liking to her, and he started hitting on her. Kazumi didn't take him seriously at first, but he was really good with girls, and it didn't take her long to fall for him. Then when she heard that I got a demotion, she decided to switch over to him.
Sorry about this, but I don't want to work for the rest of my life, so I can't marry someone like you.
Don't worry, babe. If you marry me, you'll never have to work again.
Thanks.
Wait, so it's over? Just like that?
Yeah, sorry. No hard feelings, okay?
Then they walked away. I was shocked. I just stood there for a few minutes, unable to move. A few days later, I was drinking with Yuji. That's so messed up! I know. Thanks for listening. He was really upset, but talking to him made me feel a bit better. Then on our way home... Hey, that thing you were telling me about the other day? Why don't you give it a try? Yeah, maybe. Over the last few months, I became good friends with one of my clients, and this one time, when I went drinking with him... So this guy keeps stealing clients from you, huh? Hey, I know. Huh? I've got a friend who works at this foreign capital company. She's looking for a salesman, and I think you'd be a great fit. But at the time, I was thinking about marrying Kazumi, and I had enough on my plate, so I took a rain check. But now things were different, so I called him up and asked him to set something up. A few weeks later, he set up a meeting with Anna Hayashi, a woman who worked for Abe Corporation. Abe was a global electronics manufacturer based in the US. What do you think?
You were right about him. I think he'd make a great addition to our team. If you want, I can talk to my boss right away.
Thank you. A few weeks later, I got an official offer from them, so I quit my old job. It felt great. I no longer had to worry about guys like Saiki, and I was loving it at my new company.
How's it going?
Great! Thanks again for making this happen. I won't let you down.
Of course. Good luck.
Thank you. Anna was a great boss. I was learning so much from her, and I loved working under her. About a year later, I went out to grab a beer with Yuji. Did you hear? Kazumi ended up marrying that asshole. Oh, I see. But none of their friends showed up to their wedding. They all knew about what happened, so... I see. Before the wedding, Yuji called our old friends and explained what happened between us. It was nice of him, but honestly, I didn't care anymore. I was totally over Kazumi. A few years later, my old company, they started expanding their business abroad. Rindo, don't worry about a thing. I know I can close this deal. Leave it to me.
Okay.
But then... Sorry for the wait. What the? Nishikawa? Hello, I'm Hayato Nishikawa. I'm the manager here.
Nishikawa-san!
I always wanted to work abroad, and when Anna-san said she was going back to the States, I asked to be transferred there. I wanted to learn more from her. But then the look on his face changed. He probably thinks he's got the upper hand or something. And Rindo, she seemed a bit nervous for some reason. Well, let's get to it then. Your products. They're quite expensive when you look at the industry average. What are your thoughts on that? He has no idea what he's talking about. Wait a minute. Maybe Rindo was the one who did all the heavy lifting, and he's just trying to take credit for her work, just like he used to do to me. So to test out my theory, I started asking Rindo the questions. Then... yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
You're absolutely right about the price, but please take a look at this data. As you can see here, in the long run, our products will end up saving you money.
I was right. I knew it. After that, I started talking to Rindo instead of Saiki. Then... Okay, you guys got a deal, but only if you're our counterpart.
Sounds good.
Saiki looked shocked. After they left, I called my old company and said, "Hello, long time no talk, sir. I wanted to tell you something." It was my old boss. I trusted him, so I told him about Saiki. "I'm sorry about him. I'll look into it once he gets back in the country. Take care." Good to know. A few weeks later, Rindo decided to take action. She decided to speak out.
He's been taking credit for other people's work for years now, and we're tired of it.
I see. I'm on it. Thank you for telling me. So he was doing this to everyone, and they weren't gonna stand for it anymore. After that, the higher-ups launched an internal investigation on him, and he managed to keep his job, but he got a big demotion and got transferred to a dead-end department out in the middle of nowhere. A few years later, I was back in the country, and they were having a class reunion party, so I decided to attend.
So, what are you up to these days?
I work for Abe now. I worked abroad for a few years, and now I'm back. They appointed me the new branch manager here. It was nice seeing my old friends. But then Kazumi showed up and said,
I'm impressed, Hayato. I always believed in you.
"Right."
Hey, why don't we start over?
She was flat out broke now. After Saiki got demoted, she could no longer depend on him for his money, and she was thinking about leaving him.
Please, I don't even love him anymore, and I never should have left you.
Sorry, but it's not gonna happen.
But you're still single, right?
Enough already! Then Anna walked in.
Hayato, there you are. Come on, we're going to be late.
Oh, right. Sorry about that.
I don't want to be late. It's my first time meeting your parents, so...
Wait, what?
This is Anna, my fiancé.
What? No, he's mine.
Huh? I'm yours? What does that even mean? You're the one who left me, remember? You've got some nerve asking me to take you back like this. People like you make me sick. I want nothing to do with you anymore, so get out of my sight! Wait, hold on! You're getting married? No way, dude! Yeah, sorry, I meant to tell you, but... We're gonna have the wedding in Seattle, but once I move back here for good, I'm gonna throw a small party for my family and friends. So hope to see you guys there! Yeah! Can't wait! Congrats! After that, Kazumi left the party without saying a word. A few months later, Saiki ended up getting fired. He got caught stealing money from the company, and it wasn't looking good for him. Kazumi ended up divorcing him. She was now desperately trying to find a man, but she wasn't getting any younger, and it wasn't looking good for her either. As for me, I was back in the country for good. Oh, Hayato! I'm so happy for you! Dude, why are you crying? I can't help it! It felt so good to be home. I still kept in touch with Mabuchi-san, my former client who introduced me to Anna-san. If it wasn't for him, none of this would have been possible, so I'll forever be grateful for that. Anyway, glad things worked out. Time to get back to work.